And relax your body and keep your neck head straight in one line. Gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. Also, while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Just let everything to settle down as it is. And follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully Enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, keep your back straight, neck head straight, and your right palm on your left. Be comfortable with your posture and bring your attention to your body. Scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and later observe the unsatisfactory nature, selflessness, and impermanence within the sensation that you can recognize. So bring your attention to your body and feel your whole body as one. Mentally relax your body step by step. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat and relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. Bring your attention to the lower part of your body and see if there are any strong sensation, feeling, tightness, heaviness that you can recognize. If so, just observe without disturbing to it. Just let it be. Get a mental note. And bring your attention to the middle part of your body and see if there are any strong sensation, feelings. Don't try to change anything, just recognize. And observe the upper part of your body. Now observe head to toes. See if there are any strong sensation anywhere in your body, any feeling, tightness, heaviness. You may see many places, but just settle down with one place without interfering, without changing, judging. Just observe. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times, and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So allow that sensation, inhalation, exhalation to happen itself, and follow the sensation. Through the sensation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation, knowingly this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it. Focus to the impermanent, unsatisfactoriness and selflessness within any sensation you can recognize. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, as ordinary people, the life we experience always depending according to the necessary conditions. But in day-to-day life, mostly we take this experience itself as permanent experience. And that's why our past and our future depending on that experience. But understanding the impermanent and unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the moment, this moment, will release all this timeline and the space tangle to our existence. So your inner freedom itself going to be with you once you understand in this very moment you are changing. But if you take this moment as permanent or the solid experience, that is the reason that you develop the sansara. So then observing five aggregates, it takes us to understand the moment of this moment of experience, this moment is changing and it is selfless. And once you understand that, it will help you to release your past and the future. Why? Because even your past and your future is this moment of thought. So then the five aggregates always happening there. That is our life. Form, feeling, sensation, formations, and recognition. And taking this as permanent or the solid, as self, taking the form as self, feeling as self, sensation as self, formation as self, recognition as self, or the consciousness as self is itself wrong idea. So otherwise always these five aggregates happening. This is the life. But taking these five aggregates as permanent or the solid is our nature. That's why we are in samsara. So through the vipassana, it takes us to the point to observe and recognize these all five aggregates change moment by moment. And it has no self. And it always cannot settle down with any kind of permanent or the solid satisfaction. Once you experience and understand it in this very moment, what will happen? So whatever the thoughts you develop related to the past or the future also going to understand, going to recognize through that the self-understanding you recognize in this very moment. And then you know that whatever that happened in the past or whatever going to happen in the future also selfless. And also itself it's changing. So in according to the Dhamma, through this vipassana practice, just recognizing the moment is itself not easy. Why? But it is not by thinking and understanding, oh, everything impermanent. It is not like that. Because in this very moment, mostly because of our mental formations, in this very moment, The most of the things in the deeper in our mind happening related to our past experience. And because of that, in this very moment, we cannot recognize, we cannot tackle the perception itself happening. And it is very difficult for us to see very clearly form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition without past experience. So always our past experience, that means thoughts, disturb to us. Because of that, you cannot recognize this. So that's why you have to, in the beginning, practice tranquility meditation. Why? Because it will help you to settle down with the thoughts, and then you have an undisturbed mind. So then your own past experience not going to disturb you. Because we already believe we had a past and we going to have a future. We already believed in this samsara. It is just not overnight that you understand this. We already have that current build up with this habitual pattern. So because of that, suddenly just closing your eyes, you cannot think, oh, this is impermanent. You cannot think like that. That's why in the beginning, you have to develop a undisturbed mind, very tranquility mind, and then you go to vipassana. So through the vipassana, you analyze in this very moment. With very clear mind, you recognize form, whatever come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, as perception, and then the whatever the feelings, and the whatever the sensation, information, and consciousness or the recognition. So now you see this moment by moment, how it changed. Then you recognize in this very moment, you completely change. There is nothing you bringing from past. There is nothing you take to future. So what you experience in this very moment, you drop it in that very moment. With your eye, whatever you experience, you drop it in that very moment. With your ear, you drop it in that very moment. With your nose, you drop it in that very moment. With your tongue, you drop it in that very moment. With your body as feelings, you drop in it in that very moment. So you recognize it through the feelings, but feelings not going to be there. So whatever you come to your eye, you see something, and then there is the feelings arise, with the eye consciousness. But it's not going to be there. Then what will happen? Maybe there is a sound come. Then the ear start to work. Then the smell come. No, so like that, this always kind of like a flux, kind of like a network. It's like a ocean waves. There's nothing going to be permanent experience wherever in you. So you experience in that very moment, that experience itself take you to the change. Otherwise, you cannot experience it. So in this very moment, in the present moment, if you're able to understand how these things change, how you change, that itself bring a wisdom to understand whatever you experience in this sansaric journey, or even in the future, eons by eons, or even in this entire universe anywhere, whatever you experience, that experience means change. Now you see it. That's why you come to that understanding. When you able to understand that, you drop all the habitual patterns of the past experience. It disappears because there is no something called past really exists somewhere. In this very moment, what you think related to that thinking, that your past going to be there with you. So the future also the same. And then not only you, once you experience how this change happening in this very moment within yourself, you understand all these living beings, all these human beings go through the same. So then you're not going to put any kind of permanent name or permanent form for others, because this name and form hold us. And that is where we're going to think is, when it comes to, so whatever the names or whatever the forms, we hold it as permanent. And believing there is something, even ourselves, that we already know this name is nothing to do with us. And sometimes some people have no idea what is that name and how that name came to them. They have no idea. Even the form the same. See how we know that this physical structure come like this. It is not our wish. We are not the one who to build this like this way. But still we believe it. I am doing it. This is I am. This is my name. This is my form. And we hold it as a permanent experience in this very moment. That is what called ignorance. And once you hold it to the name and form, first you start with your physical body, and your once you hold it to body and the mind, the name and the form. And once you hold it you as permanent, in this very moment, your name and your form, you take it as permanent. What happening? Then backward the pattern. You start to recognize in the past you exist and your name exists, your form exists. So in the future you're going to be. And then that is why you start to believe that other people exist around you. And that is why you believe there are aliens or the other planets or the many other places in this universe. And may that even the heaven or the hell is everything. And how about when everybody think like that way? When everybody think like that, it is exist. So everybody going to experience it like that way. Because what you believe, what you hold, you experience. Even you don't need any physical that structure in the beginning to believe that, because the mind is the creator. So when the mind start to believe there is a heaven, it has power to create a heaven for you. When the mind start to believe there is a hell, in that very moment you create a hell. So if you want to test it, you can do that. And just imagine whatever, this shoulder, you have a pain. This shoulder, so whatever you have a pain, just think, go to the mirror, look 7 days and thinking you have a pain here. The 8th day, you're going to get a pain. Or maybe you don't get it. And then you just forget it. After maybe few years, you go. Suddenly one day, you start to get the pain. So like that, the mind is always holding to this. So through the vipassana, you go to the depth of the moment of experience. So remember, this five aggregates, you're not observing when you practice vipassana, because the five aggregates mean that is the life: form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition. This is happening all the time. It is not all happening only in the vipassana. From birth to death, heaven to hell, it's happening all the time. So, but what is the samsara means? We take this experience as permanent, as solid. So through the vipassana, we observe and analyze, so that analytical method we recognize this is change. So it is not you create it. It is not you think, because itself it is change. So you go to the depth and you recognize the true nature of the five aggregates. So, but now we believe it without seeing. So that's why the Buddha said, come and see. When you see, you recognize it. So believing, we can, by hearing things and following things, we can believe anything. You can believe anything, but that doesn't mean it's going to be true. So the same thing with the world. But the thing is, once you start to believe something else, and it become a truth for you. Everybody knows that. Any lie can be truth when you keep repeating. If the 100 people start to accept it as truth, even it is lie, it's going to become truth for that 100 people. So the same, it is very, very simple method. So same thing with this world also. So through the culture, schooling, education, tradition, religion, so through this everything, generations to generations, they push us, and we push the next generation to believe there is something there is something that you have to gain. So then we believe this old experience permanent. There is something. And that believing keep push us. And then there is no gap even to think or observe or to see. In this marketing world, that the one of the important thing what they does, they not allow you to find a gap to analyze. Even when you go to buy something, when somebody want to sell something, that this late night TV commercial, what they say, call now, order now, order now, within 24 hours, this is going to expire, this offer. So like that, hurry up, only 50, we're going to give away, hurry up. So like that. So then the people go into it. They don't think twice. So that is how about, it is not for a one day. How about through the sansaric journey, we develop that habitual pattern. That is itself the current. When something come to your mind, we hold it. Through three ways: tanha, ditti, mana. So the tanha means the desire with the self. And now you know the name and form. Oh, this is me, I exist. So this is I am. So with that, with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, look for satisfaction. But if you look very carefully, just stop for a moment, with very clear mind, if you look, of course, there is a satisfaction. But is that you? Question yourself. Is that you? Is there anything else? Or it's just happened according to the necessary conditions? Or is that you? That is what you have to question. If you question it, stop for a moment, stop and question, you recognize this is just happened according to the necessary conditions. It's nothing to do with the idea of self. Because if it is your feelings, so how about the pleasant feeling? Why it is disappear? Keep it. Your money, you can, keep it with you. Your materials, you can keep it with you. Then when it comes to the name, why you cannot keep that name with you like that way? So you used to go to preschool, school and college. And if you go after, 50 years, when you go back to that preschool and tell, my name is there, this belong to me, this place. No, it is anymore not belong to you. See, it is your name, but it not belong to you. So like that, if you look very carefully, this everything, moment by moment, disappearing. And the feelings, all the feelings disappearing, it's nothing to do with you. It appears because according to necessary conditions. When the conditions not there, the feelings not going to be there. And another thing is, whatever the feelings, it belong to worldly nature. It's don't care about anybody. The feeling is just arising and it disappears. Sensation, it don't care about anything. So that's why, because of the feelings or the sensation, people go into a lot of troubles and difficulties. The whole life sometimes get stuck in pain because of the feelings. Why? Because you used to believe these feelings going to liberate you, bring the total satisfaction, bring the happiness. But now you know it gone, but you trapped. But then what happening is, still we believe, oh, next time I going to do. This time I fail, or next time I going to do. So that's how. Again and again, we try to keep doing. It happen everywhere. It happening everywhere. It happened with all the people. So then you have to understand this moment completely changed. In this experience, in this very moment, suddenly it changed. Something else come to. And it also, something else come, it also change. So this is the process. Catch that. You have to have very sharp and very clear mind. You cannot judge. You cannot have any kind of favor. Why? Because if so, then it's going to become something else. So then start to observe yourself. Just remember, in the very moment, this very moment of the 5 aggregates, there is nothing going to be permanent. These all 5 aggregates arising in that very moment, it change to something else. That used to happen in the samsaric journey, and it will happen to the future also. It keep happening all around this universe. If so, there is nothing, no self. And the desire and the ditthi means the self view. Oh, I am here. And then with that, you come to the view and believing, hold it to things, clinging to ideas. This is like this, that is like that, that way. Mana, comparison. Say with the self-centered idea, when you become the center, everything going to be real for you. But what is the center? What is you make is as a center? It is just an idea. Is any idea in your life going to used to be permanent? Have you ever had any idea, unchangeable any idea? Look yourself, then you will see. What you like today, tomorrow you don't like and you're going to hate it. What you hate today, tomorrow you're going to like it. This is become pleasant and the very next moment it become unpleasant. So this is the journey. It's not belong to anybody. So if you look very carefully then, and little by little, little by little, little by little, you will understand. So that is where this Vipassana meditation try to take you to experience the true nature of in this very moment, in the present moment. In that present moment, your five aggregates change. In that change, if you are able to experience it yourself, you recognize that used to happen in this whole journey of samsara. Once you know that, you liberate from your own mind. You get out of that to believe, oh, there is something. Once you get out of that, you get out of all the karma. Because our mind hold whatever we have done in the past, subconscious mind, deeper in your heart. In the bottom of it, as a memory, most of the mistakes or the things we have done, we hold it to that as a memory. But once you recognize that the moment by moment, everything change. There is no the memory going to interfere to your life. That is where you become free from the memory. So that clarity, if you develop little by little, and you will understand how this process works. So it is more through experience you have to go. And especially with it is very important, the condition of the mind. Because mostly we don't see the condition of the mind. We mostly follow the object and the subject, and we don't see deeper from where we come. What is the nature we hold it to? So that's why try little by little yourself to experience this very moment with detach from the all the thoughts and the patterns and the habits. Be very clear, independent, and with the very crystal clear mind, and observe. And then you will see the change. Once you see that change, you will understand that is what happening all the time. And that is where you get out of the self. So there was a person, and he entered to a porcelain store to buy a bowl. And when he entered to the shop, what happened? His leg hit with something and he got disturbed. And then he went to some begging the balls, and he took it to his hand, and he started to knock and see the sound, and to check the quality. So he was so unhappy with the sound, and he just tried to test few balls and going and walking in that showroom here and there. And he was not happy with any sound that came out of that balls. So then the the shopkeeper was watching this, and then he asked, come come over here. And he gave one ball and start to explain. And with the little conversation, and he took little time and start to explain this ball and how he made this and what is the method that he used. So like that, and the value, and then all the good qualities. And he had a good conversation with him, took few minutes, and gave that ball to the person and told, check this one. So that person knocked the ball, and he was so happy. And he was so happy and told, oh, this is what I was looking. And he bought it. So then the the seller told, this all the balls have the same quality. But the thing was, when you entered, I saw your leg hit on that steps and you got disturbed. So with that disturbed mind, you check all these balls, and the sound that came out of that ball was not good. It's nothing to do with the ball, it's because of you had the disturbed mind. So through the conversation with the seller, what he did, he said, allow that person to little bit settle down and giving confident about the ball and telling about the ball, and then how he made this porcelain, and the story about it. And once the mind settled down, so what he heard, the sound was so good. So dear Dhamma friends, this is what happening to us also. We also knocking and checking everything around us day-to-day life. But we don't see mostly that we have disturbed mind. And because of that, most of the perception and make us unpleasant. So we don't see the condition of the mind. And then we struggle with the world. We fight with the world. We disappointed with the world. That it become kind of like a ghost. And demons, bad spirits. Why? Because there is nothing. Because it is the condition of your mind, and then you think something this outside world, and then of course it become a ghost because there is nothing outside. But you see something as real. It's become a demon. You cannot catch it. You cannot find it. But you see, oh, there is a problem. It's coming behind me. Why these people, everywhere I go, why it happened to me like this? Of course. You think because you see the people and you don't see what is happening inside you. So this is what we experience through this samsaric journey. So it is enough. We already, went through many things. So then this is a good time for you to just sit little bit and take some time and observe yourself and understand what is really. It is not about the Buddha's teaching, nothing to do with the Buddha's. You have to observe and see what is really happening in you with your five aggregates, and observe, and then you will see it is just moment of experience. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbidyo vajjantu sabrogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.